Hello friends, welcome all. So far we have discussed about emergency provisions and a national emergency under Article 352 and state emergency. It is also called as constitutional emergency and it is famously called as presidential rule under Article 356. Those are the things we have discussed so far. Now we are going to discuss about financial emergency. What are the grounds? Under Article 360, who has the power to proclaim this financial emergency? President. That is, under Article 360, it empowers the President to proclaim a financial emergency. When he can proclaim a financial emergency? If he is satisfied that the situation has arisen, that is, due to which the financial stability or credit of India or any part of its territory is threatened. What do you mean by any part of its territory? For example, if Tamil Nadu is facing a financial crisis, then a president can proclaim a financial emergency for that particular state. That is mean by any part of its territory. It's threatened. Let us see what happened during 38th Amendment Act of 1975. During that time, the certification of the president in declaring a financial emergency is final and conclusive. What do you mean by that? It means there is no questionable in court on any ground, which means there is no judicial review during the 38th Amendment Act of 1975. But this provision has been deleted by the 44th Amendment Act of 1978. One must have to note here that it has been deleted by the 44th Amendment Act of 1978. What it says? This proclamation of emergency has been proclaimed by the President under his certification is not beyond judicial review, which means the Supreme Court can review this financial emergency. If it is valid, okay. If it is invalid, then it will be revoked. So let us see the approval and duration. So this proclamation of financial emergency has been approved by the parliament. What do you mean by parliament? The parliament means both houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. It has to approve within 2 months so that it can be extended indefinite period. But if it has not approved, then it will end after that 2 months. Let us see briefly. If the proclamation of financial emergency issued at the time when the Lok Sabha has been dissolved, a dissolution of Lok Sabha has been taken place during the period of that 2 months without approving the proclamations, what happens? This proclamation survives until 30 days from the sitting of the Lok Sabha after its reconstitution, which means, let us take an example. The proclamation of emergency made by the president today, then this proclamation has to be approved within 2 months. Lok Sabha is there during that period. But without approving this proclamation, the Lok Sabha has been dissolved. New election has been done. The Lok Sabha has been formed. New government has been formed. In the sense that House has to approve this proclamation within 30 days after its reconstitute. So within that period, the Rajya Sabha has to approve this proclamation. Then only it survives. Why Rajya Sabha has to approve? Since Rajya Sabha is a permanent body of a parliament. It does not leads to any dissolution. Therefore, the Rajya Sabha has to approve this proclamation within 2 months so that these proclamations will be implemented. Let us see. Once the proclamation by the both of the house, that is parliament, the financial emergency continues indefinite period till it is revoked. Here you have to note two things. That is, there is no maximum period prescribed for this operation, and also the repeated parliament approval is not required for its continuation. And one more thing, you should have note that this proclamation of financial emergency can be passed by either house of the parliament only by a simple majority. Note down, it is simple majority. And this, what do you mean by simple majority? The majority of the members of that house present and voting, which means, suppose if 100 members are present in Lok Sabha and then 51 members passed this proclamation, then it has been passed. That is called as majority of the members of the house present and voting. So here this proclamation of financial emergency may be revoked by the president at any time by a subsequent proclamations, which means once the proclamation made to revoke this, again a president has to make a proclamation to revoke. Such a proclamations does not require the parliamentary approval. Kindly note that it does not require any parliamentary approval. Let us see the effects of financial emergency. So during this financial emergency, the president may issue direction for the reduction of salaries and allowances of any class or all of the persons serving in the state or union, and also judges of the Supreme Court and High Court. This is the main factor of this financial emergency. Let us see about financial emergency. No financial emergency has been proclaimed in India so far. Here you have to note on this point. Since no proclamation has been declared so far, even though there was a financial crisis in 1991. These are the very important facts related to financial emergency. One should note that. So thank you all. We will meet in the next class. So next class we will discuss about similarities and differences between all three emergencies. That is financial emergency, national emergency, and then state emergency. So thank you all. Have a good day.